If you're married like me, it's rare you get to say the words, "I was right." Now, a lot of people aren't fans of Captain Marvel. They just hated her. And in 2019, Kelly Thompson decided to take the Captain Marvel comic in a different direction, turning her into an evil or dark Captain Marvel. I always knew you were a bitch. As the Extreme channel is pushing towards 50,000 subscribers, these are just a few of the statues we're giving away on the journey there. If you want to know how to win one, stay tuned for later in the video. Today on the Extreme channel, we're looking at a custom statue of the Dark Captain Marvel. That's right, this is a newer character about 3 years old in the comics. Now, I have to admit, I have not read this storyline. And honestly, I can't find a lot of information on it online. You know, there's a lot of previews about what's going to happen. In issue number 12, they talk about she's going to turn evil. We don't know if it's the Carol Danvers from Earth 616. And if you know more about it, throw that down in the comments below so I can actually pin it for everybody. But from my understanding, she is supposed to kill all of the Avengers for a multitude of reasons. And we all know Captain Marvel is incredibly powerful. That is one thing I've always liked about her. I really like extremely powerful characters. Hence, if you're a follower of the channel, you know my favorite character is Silver Surfer. I'd love to see an offshoot where Dark Captain Marvel actually goes up against Silver Surfer, because I think this statue would be displayed well within my Silver Surfer collection. Now, as a disclaimer, I did not buy this statue. It is just here on the table for the review. If you're interested in it, go ahead and email me at mrx@theextremechannel.com and I can connect you with the right people. But after it's here on the table, I'm sending it back, but we are going to do a review. So even though I don't know a lot about the character, I do know they did the character justice, and let's talk about that starting with the concept. This is almost a Kiss statue. Keep it simple, stupid. Or keep it stupid, simple. I just like to say keep it simple, stupid, because I like to call people stupid. You have a museum-style base on the bottom with two bands of red on the top and bottom of that. That is the sub-base here. But on top of that, you have some other type of planet, and it's surrounded by death, aka skulls. Because Dark Captain Marvel is a pretty evil dark person killing a lot of people, including some Avengers, I believe. They're sitting there, she's doing a museum strut through it because she is incredibly proud, incredibly badass. And what I like about this is the transition of colors. Like I said, this isn't necessarily a creative aspect from the artist of the statue, but this is what the character looked like. Almost a yin-yang, which I think encompasses a lot of that character. It takes a take of her old uniform with this new uniform. So it's not actually a cape that you see flowing on the back here. It is actually a jacket. But it kind of looks like a cape with what I'm assuming is a bunch of Kree writing. And the cape is removable. However, it looks way better with the cape. And again, she's in that variation of a Captain Marvel outfit. The altered symbol is right around her left breast there. And as you move up to the top, there's a few different portraits. Both of them are badass. One is kind of the fully enclosed with the mohawk hair coming out of the top. Actually has a light-up feature we're going to talk about. And the other one is her normal portrait. She's kind of gone emo style, but it makes her look incredibly badass and incredibly evil. So I think the concept's cool. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a 3 out of 5. I really like the walk. I think that shows her very proud. The jacket flowing in the wind. I would have liked it if they had done it right based off of this cover, and they wouldn't have had to put the fallen Avengers below, but maybe her hand up with some fire coming out. I think that would have been cool too. Design, very simple, very easy. Not really a lot of different display options other than the portraits. Let's measure her before we look at the unboxing and assembly. So the widest part on the base, minus the rocks sticking out, is about 11.5, 12 inches. The cape adds a good another 5 inches or so. So the deepest point will be the same. And then the tallest part, depending what portrait you have, is around 21 inches, maybe 22. Her hair strands kind of vary that a little bit. But here is the unboxing and assembly of this piece. Pretty small, manageable box, which is always a nice change. Did have an art box on the top. Homage to the comic. So it had multi-layers, and what I mean by that is certain parts were in different layers. I did have a break, thankfully. It was an extremely clean break, so you can't even tell that it happened. It's already been repaired. And then the last layer, and again, there's multi-layers, so some of the other pieces were underneath these. All right, different display options. Like I talked about, this coat slash cape, you can remove. It just sits on there, but it sits on there well. So here she is with the coat, and here she is without. So like I said, I think the statue's too simple without, but it still looks good without. Then there's two portraits. One is the one you're looking at now, and as you can see, it has a light up feature, but here's what it looks like when it's not lit up. And then the other one is the unmasked version, which I also think looks really good. That's it, though, for display options. So not a lot, but I don't think there needs to be. This is a really sleek museum-style pose. Everything fit fantastic. I like that you can remove the cape. So design, not overly elaborate, but everything was done really well. So I think it's a 4 out of 5. Paint and sculpt, they didn't miss on this one. I think it's done really well. It's incredibly clean. And here's some close-up video to show you what I'm talking about. Base, at least the sub base here, I think is the weakest part. And I think it's just, I don't like the color red they chose. It is different than the colors up here, which is nice. And the black almost looks like it has some blue in it, which I think, again, flows well. It's not even black, actually. It is blue the more I look at it now. It just depends on the lighting. Under regular lighting, it's a lot darker, though. So I guess it's clever how that flows with the rest of the statue. So maybe I do like it. Changing my mind as I speak to you guys. The base looks great. I think they did a really nice job kind of insinuating moon rock or some other type of planet rock, not only with the craters, but the stalagmites coming out. The skulls look fantastic. Now, while they don't have the kind of that ivory shine, they've probably been there for a while, and plus it makes the statue look darker. So very cool with that. I like her outfit a lot. Almost like this yin-yang off and on. And this back and forth between the blue and the red and then the black outfit with this texturized pattern on it. I think that's pretty cool. Some of the like sashes here is obviously this is all sculpted. This is kind of a PVC in front. And the way it flows, the sculpt of the flow with the jacket slash cape just makes it really cool. And what I like is this blue color you see on her boots is the same color on her jacket. With all this design here, or it could be Cree writing. I think that looks great. And then the flow of the jacket. See the outer seams here. Really well. I forgot to put the belt back on. But even the belt here, look how clean the paint is on that. This is the belt that goes on the jacket. You want to remove it whenever you're removing the jacket, just connects via magnets right there. And that flow of that also helps with the statue. So then the trim here, the trim that they have on it looks great, whether it's right down the middle or the star around her breasts there, coming down the side. Her gloves look great, almost a little bit of a shine to them. Check out the trim on the jacket, the shoulder pads, almost like a flight. I believe it's, an old flight jacket. That's pretty cool. So her portraits, really like this one. I like it because it's different. Now, granted, this is what her mask look like as evil or dark Captain Marvel, but it looks great. Almost reminds me a little bit of the Avengers time traveling mask in the MCU. Her hair is coming out really bright on camera. It's not that bright. It's more of a blonde. Like, there you go. More around that color. Even that's kind of appearing off, but it is a traditional blonde, which I like. Maybe it'll show up better on her portrait here. Yeah, this is the color it normally is. A lot of great striations. Said very cool emo look and very evil. That's fantastic. I love the way the black drips down around her eyes. Really nice job. I think those are decals, but it's even hard to tell, which I think that says something. And again, the hair flowing in the same direction as the cape. So really well done overall. I am impressed with the paint and sculpt on this for sure. All right, sculpt. I really like it. I think they did a nice job with her portrait. I think the suit looks great. The base is good. I think the sculpt's a 4 out of 5. I'm glad they didn't go too wonky with her anatomy. Paint, it's at least a 4 out of 5. I really like the paint on this. I think I'm going to give the paint a 5 out of 5, especially with a lot of the cape stuff we looked at. So Captain Marvel here was $950 retail plus a couple $100 shipping. Also, with that, they only made 50 of these, so incredibly rare because we haven't seen this character, to my knowledge, in quarter scale statue form or any statue form. So I think that she would go really, really well with either an Avengers display or a Cosmic display. And in my opinion, much more badass than the normal Carol Danvers. So if I was going to get a Captain Marvel, I think I would want it to be this one for sure. So I think on value, it's okay. Same price as an XM piece, but much more rare of a character that's never going to be done and fits in with a lot of lines. So I think the value is decent. I think it's a 4 out of 5. Now, does this have the X factor? You know, I don't think I can ever give a Captain Marvel statue a 5 out of 5 overall, but it is damn cool. I think it's a 4 out of 5 overall. It's really done well on the paint and sculpt. It's a different character. She's badass. And like I said, I think it flows well with a lot of Cosmic displays or Avenger displays. Again, if you're interested in this, I'm not getting any kickbacks. I just get to review it on the table. But go ahead and email me at mrx@theextremechannel.com. I will pass on your information for someone to reach out to you. Pretty cool piece, so I would definitely grab one. I think there's a few left. But I really appreciate you guys watching. If you're not grabbing her, and I wouldn't recommend that because chicks don't dig it, go ahead and comment about her, which chicks don't really like that either, but you could win a statue, so it's worth it. We will be giving all of these statues away, plus additional ones at every 5,000 subscriber milestone. To win one of these statues, all you have to do is make sure you've liked this video, you've subscribed to the channel, you've hit that bell notification, and then just drop a comment below. Every 5,000 subscriber milestone, we are going to do a random drawing and pick a random comment and give one of these statues away, plus some additional ones I'm not showing right now. The more videos you comment on, the higher your chances are to win. Hey, thanks for tuning in, guys. I really appreciate it. Again, please hit that like button. It's free and easy, and I do appreciate it so much. In the meantime, I got a ton of cool content coming up, so make sure you're subscribed. I'll talk to you soon.